Tampa Bay Federal Credit Union's purpose is to serve members' changing needs with pleasure. After operating expenses and reserve requirements are met, income from loans and other revenue is returned to all members in the form of great rates and lower fees. Tampa Bay Federal Credit Union is proud to live the credit union philosophy of people helping people for the community. On today's Bayside, learn about free upcoming seminars and other services available to you. Good morning and welcome to Bayside. I'm your host, Shelly Sanders. We're talking all about fitness today. Yep, I'm talking about your financial fitness. Never thought I would be saying that together, did you? Well, I am, and it's thanks to Tampa Bay Federal Credit Union. And I can't talk about it by myself, so I've got Miss Lori Mills, the marketing manager there with Tampa Bay Federal. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, it's very nice to have you here. It's a first for us to start this conversation, and I love it. And I love the ideas that you guys have brought about, really simplifying things. But before we get into all that, let's talk about the Federal Credit Union itself, Tampa Bay Federal Credit Union. It's got 85 years behind it. You guys know what you're doing here. Started from humble beginnings. Let's talk a little bit about that history.
Of course. Yeah, we just celebrated our 85th anniversary last year. We're very excited about that. We were chartered originally in 1935 by the City of Tampa workers. They just wanted a co-op to come together to help each other with loans and financing and things like that. And we've continued the tradition ever since. Now we're available to anybody in the Tampa Bay community to serve them in any way that they can with their financial needs.
Fantastic. So I was going to ask you that. So anybody in the Tampa community, what does that mean? Like, give me an idea. Is it limited to the city of Tampa, or what are we talking?
So we have several different ways you can join. So not very limited at all. Whether you live, work, worship in the city of Tampa, you can join. We have other select employer groups, and we also have a primetime club to which you can join to then become a member of the credit union. So we're really open to a lot of different people within the community, and just depending on the ways that we can serve you.
So basically, if you're watching the show right now, obviously you are part of the community, and if you've got a will to want to join, you'll figure out a way for them to join, correct?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, fantastic. I love that. So not very limited, really.
No, it's really exciting that because of our charter, we're able to open up to a lot of people in the Tampa Bay area.
Fantastic. So let me ask you this. Why join Tampa Bay Federal versus a traditional bank?
Well, for a lot of reasons. Credit unions in general are very member focused. It's our goal to finance all of your needs, to grow with you as you move through your financial journey. We're also very involved with returning profits to the community, a lot of community involvement, a lot of free seminars and things that we can do for the people, but mostly I would say we care more about our members and their goals. So.
Right. So it's a membership. So it's almost like a family, sounds
Absolutely,
like,
yes.
right?
Yes. I think that's been the thing that I've been most impressed with myself joining the credit union and being part of the program is just how long some of our members that walk into the lobby have been with us for years. They're joined maybe because their grandparents were members as well. So we have a lot of people that have been with us for quite some time and a lot of new members. So.
And I know sometimes there's people very traditionalist, like, oh no, my money is safe in a bank because it's insured by the FDIC. Talk to those people just for a second.
Absolutely.
Money's secure there, right?
Yes. Just in the same way your money would be secured with a bank, we're secured through the NCUA, so the same amount up to $250,000 per account. So you can feel safe with your money at a credit union.
I love that. We got to make sure and tell everybody that.
Absolutely,
because
yes.
some people are stuck in their ways, right? So you mentioned returning those revenues, the surplus of money, if you will, back to the community in various ways, including lower rates, etc. But in other ways too, by offering free programs. Now, one of the programs you have, I love this idea. It really simplifies things. Let's talk about this financial fitness program that you guys have. You really put it down to, pardon the pun, basic training, if you will.
Absolutely. So financial wellness is something that we care very much about. When you join the credit union, it's more than just about the immediate need. It's your long-term goals. So we offer financial fitness classes. Just like anything, I kind of relate my fitnesses to my diet. It's like, sometimes you struggle with things, lifestyle changes are
Have a cheat
important.
day.
Yeah, exactly. So how can we get you to your goals? And that was through our financial fitness program. We do that in several ways. We offer free seminars virtually. So whether you're home, not local, can't get to a place that we offer the course, we do it online through Zoom. And then these can be one-on-one classes or in group classes, depending on the settings, but it's very much geared to the needs of the people that are in the group. We focus on spending plans, credit, lending, car buying, home buying. So we have several different programs we offer through the free seminars. We also have a digital way to kind of access some of the courses that we take through our learning portal. You can do quizzing, just general articles, things up to date. It really keeps it relevant to what's happening today. For example, COVID has been hard hitting on a lot of people.
Sure.
So we have a lot of information on, how that might affect your finances, how things have changed, if your budget has changed. And so we just try to keep up with that in the virtual classes and also through our online portal.
Sure. So this is a really interesting perspective that you've brought about with it all. When you look at it from a standpoint of getting a personal trainer, you come to someone who's knowledgeable, right? And you go over, let's look at your lifestyle. What are you doing right? What are you doing wrong that you would do if you were to hire a personal trainer, right?
Absolutely, yes.
And you kind of just do the same thing, only from a financial standpoint. I laugh and say a cheat day, but if you really did apply that to your finances, of course, we've all had that moment. I know I have. Shoes as my cheat, my weakness,
Exactly.
right? I was like, okay, can I afford these? Should I do this? Should I not? It's a give and a take. So you really help people to recognize where the leaks are in their budget, what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, and how can you adjust that, right?
100%. I've been teaching the courses quite some time, about 5 years, and I realized as I was teaching, I was often relating the changes in the financial situation to diets, maybe because it's always top of mind for me,
Sure.
but it's more about lifestyle changing. It's not the immediate, okay, what can I do today? It's more, what are some small changes that I can make so that I can be financially fit? So helping people absorb financial shock. What are things you can do when major events happening? How to set goals and plan for them and move through that course of goal setting. So a lot of different things that just, again, it's really about the lifestyle change. It's really about identifying what your financial goals are. And like you said, having that coach that can be, immediate training very close or giving you the leisure to kind of look for resources on your own.
Well,
So
that's fantastic. It's very out of the box thinking, and I love that. All right, if you are wondering yourself, hey, well, that's very interesting. I want to know, how can I learn more? Well, you're looking at it right there. That's the website you're going to go to. It's tampabayfederal.com. That particular page is a /financial fitness, but you can maneuver around their website and find it at tampabayfederal.com. As a matter of fact, why don't you guys go check it out while we go to break? We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Bayside. I'm your host, Shelly Sanders. I've been speaking with Miss Lori Mills all about Tampa Bay Federal Credit Union and the wonderful programs that they provide. Free, I might add, free. This is crazy. So, there's a lot of credit unions out there. There are a lot of banks out there. We've talked about the differences between between a credit union and a big bank. You think more corporate with the banks, more local hand-holding family affair with a credit union. Both very safe places to keep your money. And then what sets you guys aside from other credit unions, this is really unique. I love the idea of comparing my financial future and secureness to a fitness program like you would consider with your health. It's financial fitness, really and truly, if you just broke it down by definition. So these courses that you have, walk me through that a little bit, because I got to think that there are some people that come to Tampa Bay Federal and they are very proficient, maybe even have a background in finance, don't need whole lot of hand holding, but just want to stay up to date on, like, is there anything new? What do I need to know? What's going on with the bank? Maybe what's going on with these rates, that rates, etc. But then there's, to the polar opposite, people that are like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just put my money in the bank when I get paid. I don't know how to save money. I don't know what a 401k is, much less if I get one, just completely in the dark when it comes to anything financial. Do you have a place for both of these people?
Absolutely, a place for both those people and everybody in between. So through our courses and through our experience with our members, everybody, like you said, is on a different spectrum of their financial needs. Whether, you're thinking about retirement or that long-term planning, we do have financial advisors, and we also have courses to kind of speak to that part of your life and, closing out. Whether you're younger, just getting into maybe going to school, or your first account, we also speak to those individuals that may need help there. And again, everything in between. What we really learned is that as your lifestyle changes, your financial needs change as well. So getting married might change your entire financial situation, and you're looking for how can you and your partner save together, having children, saving for college. So whether you're very well experienced in financials and you understand kind of where you're going and you have definite goals, we'd love to help you through that process. But if you're really starting just the saving process, starting to build your credit, whatever you may need, we can speak to you on those classes. So with our courses, they are very intimate. We usually get up to 10 people in a class, or we can do one-on-one sessions depending what your needs are. We also offer resources online so that you can kind of browse on your own, see where you're at, take some quizzes. Some people kind of really just want to be very personal with their financial fitness and such. So
I would imagine that would be a great place to start, certainly for those individuals that aren't real experienced or knowledgeable on how to maneuver through the finances of life. Maybe go online, kind of get a feel for it, kind of chew on that, and write down the questions that you may have as it relates to whatever the content is that you're reading online. I think that would be a great way to start, get your feet wet a little bit, and then go from there on just how precise you need to be or how much hand-holding you need from moving forward. Now, what about companies? Do you have companies or like maybe small businesses? Say I own a small business and I think, you know what, I really would like to have my accounts in a credit union. You provide services for that?
absolutely. We partner with a lot of different organizations throughout the community. It's larger, smaller. We are definitely a benefit for anyone that has employees that would like to start talking or having those conversations. We work a lot with Metropolitan Ministries. We've done things with the Crisis Center, different organizations, whether it be their constituents or their clients or your actual employees. We can set up classes that are exactly what they need based on size. We have gone in person if needed.
Oh, you mean so not only can you provide the inner workings of what a credit union does, the accounts part of it, but you actually offer these services to their employees should they want these.
Absolutely, yes.
How fun, how interesting. Wow, that's incredible. Just one more forward-thinking aspect of being a credit union member with Tampa Bay Federal. So, okay, so you've taken these courses, right? Say if you're a member and you've taken these courses, do you find that people keep coming back and learning more, or is it something that you continuously put information out?
So just like we talked about financial fitness, it's never something that just stops. So, whether you want to come and something else has changed or improve something else in your life. So we definitely find that a lot of people benefit from first initial classes. The spending plan is usually the number one course that people sign up for to just kind of get a feel of, what are they doing in their everyday to control finances. But as your lifestyle changes or needs change, you're thinking about buying a car, you're thinking about buying a home.
So your finances change.
Absolutely.
All right, it's a trickle-down effect, right?
Yeah.
All right, so there's the website. You're looking looking at it right there, that's going to give you all the information and then some that Lori and I have been speaking about on today's show. That's the Financial Fitness Center page that you're checking out right there, complete with courses and times and dates. I love that. All right, so if you want more information, log on to this website, tampabayfederal.com. Maneuver through the site. Perhaps you're actually looking for a financial institution to put your money in. This would be a good place to start. All right, we're going to break. Why don't you check it out while we do? Welcome back to Bayside. I'm your host, Shelly Sanders. We've been talking all about financial fitness with Tampa Bay Federal Credit Union and, of course, Miss Lori Mills. Now, we were talking about all these fabulous courses that are free that just really help. I mean, that's what I would think that you would want from your financial institution, is somebody that actually cares and wants you to succeed, because after all, if you succeed, then we succeed. And I love that you're forward thinking in this and really establishing a sort of a financial personal trainer, if you will, to really help you right along with whatever your goals are when it comes to your finances. And what a great way to be a role model as a parent. I think of this like, oh, wow, this is a great way to show my kids that, like, hey, I'm really doing this and this is why I'm doing it, and maybe be able to trickle down. Is there something that we could do? Do you offer these services for children?
Absolutely. So through our website, our portal, you can get kids programs, things for younger people, activities for them to learn finances and start that conversation. But one thing I really encourage is to invite the entire family to any one of our courses. Everyone, I think, should join. I come from a generation where my mother struggled and it was kind of her on her own. I didn't understand why we couldn't stop at the store on the way home or pick up extra things, or why some people could do things that we couldn't. So I really encourage the family to come together and talk about their spending or budget plan as a family. And that way we can understand, okay, well, today we can't do this because we're planning to go here, you know, or go on a vacation or do this together. Or we might not buy this today because we're saving for a home together so that you can have your own room. And it really just gets the buy-in from the entire family. So yes, so we have courses that cater directly to the younger folks and children and things like that, and makes it really fun. But I definitely encourage the entire family to come together and talk about their finances as a whole, so they can move together into the same place and meet their goals.
Well, I think that's wonderful too, because it starts that conversation and it actually helps the child to understand and have that verbiage to be able to know what they're talking about when it comes time for it. Something that's actually missing in our school system, if you ask my opinion. But we won't go there. So we're talking about financial, like, language, so to speak, which should be started earlier, and kudos to you guys for letting that happen. So I have a teenager, and say I'm wanting to start my son, when he turned 13, we went to the bank and decided, okay, we're going to do your own account, make that process happen. So if this had happened at Tampa Bay Federal Credit Union, you have the supporting resources to be able to give him better perspective. Walk me through that.
I agree. So there is the part of definitely opening up his account and beginning the savings process, but I don't think the process should stop there. Really encouraging why we're saving, setting goals of his own, whether it be, you know, the first vehicle or just thinking about college. How do they meet the goals together? And are your goals the same? You know, if you're helping your child save and they're putting their money away and they have something in mind for their money and it's not exactly what you have in mind,
right,
that can lead to a problem later. So really want to make sure that all your goals align, that you're talking on an everyday basis about finance, and it just becomes natural. So when they are on their own and you're not encouraging them to go to the bank, that they're continuing to do that on their own.
It's much easier too when you have something in mind versus just willy-nilly just throwing the money into an account, for sure. All right, you've heard it here from Miss Lori Mills with Tampa Bay Federal Credit Union. Anything and everything that we've been talking about on the show is going to be right there. You're looking at it on the website, tampabayfederal.com. Of course, we've been talking all about their financial fitness programs. Go check it out. We're going to break. Thank you at home for joining us this week on Bayside. And of course, Lori, thank you for being here so much. Very insightful. For you at home, log on to tampabayfederal.com for more information and see how you can get your financial fitness on. All right, we'll see you next week.